Well, the first finals well underway in the 1/12 Mod European Championships. Here's the story of the whole event. So the group for the three finals looks like this, with an associated lockout of the top three position with Juho Levinen, Ronald Volker and Ollie Jeffries. Andy Griffiths is down in 6th, Elliot Harper 7th, and we see Chris Kurzweil making two finals and he's in 10th place. Away from the line, and really this was the story of the entire event. The two drivers you see here in the blue and white Juho Levinen and in all green Ronald Volker were the class of all three legs, and it was always going to be between them who was going to be the European champion. Juho set off looking very, very smooth, but overall it normally seemed that Ronald Volker had the slightly faster car, and as he began to put pressure on Juho, there was a chance that he might force a Finn to mistake. He does there, and he managed to nip through and take the lead. Once he got ahead, the lead ebbed and flowed. Ronald seemed to be able to pull out, but towards the end of the actual event, the race, he was beginning to be drawn in, and suddenly it seemed that in fact there's a problem. And yes, Ronald had gone soft. His battery's not quite up to the task of lasting the full 8 minutes, perhaps a slightly aggressive motor one, and Juho nipped through to take the win literally on the last lap, and therefore he starts the event with a win, and Ronald in the second, Siebert Annie a good third, Mark Fisher from Germany 4th, Ollie Jeffries bad start, he's in 5th, Andrew Griffiths 6th, Elliot Harper 7th, Alexander Hatberg 8th, Chris Kurzweil 9th, and Vesa Lee in 10th. From the start of leg 2, we have more of the same, with Juho Levinen nipping into the lead, knowing that if he won this second leg, he would be European champion. So therefore, Ronald had to do something about it, and do something about it very, very quickly. Once again, Ronald looked quicker. Hopefully, he must think he could last the 8 minutes, but he was putting pressure on Juho, hoping he could force a Finn. Another mistake. Luckily, the clip back, he didn't get clipped out, and he took the lead. At this point, he began to pull away and was looking very confident. Behind them, in 3rd and 4th, a cracking battle between Mark Fisher and Andy Griffiths. This one raged virtually the entire race before ending in the Germans' favour. Back at the front, Ronald was really looking completely at ease. I'm sure the only problem he had was a slight feeling that, oh gosh, I might go flat, but no, this time it was fine. So it was one winner piece, Ronald and Juho, and that meant that really it was winner takes all for leg 3. Mark Fisher picked up 3rd and Andy Griffiths 4th, as I said, and the rest, well, they were just fighting for scraps. So the top two set on the 8 minutes that was going to decide the fate of the 1/12 Modified Championships. Juho really was looking to try and avoid those silly mistakes that caused him problems, and of course Ronald, starting in second, had to find a way past Juho, which he managed to do in both the previous rounds by forcing an error, but this time having to push so hard, it was Ronald who was making little errors. Saw there, he hit the barrier again, just clipping one, and these tiny mistakes which prevent you from putting that really high level of pressure on Juho. He would get close, he'd chase him down, but once again Juho cutting every corner perfectly and keeping off the boards, and there was no way past of Ronald, because these guys are professionals. They only go past as cleanly as possible, and again with a couple laps to go, just one little final mistake and Ronald didn't manage to get past him, and that meant that Juho could strike through to what has to be a perfect 8-minute run and take the European Championship. A superb drive. So Juho Levinen wins with 2 wins, Ronald Volker winning the 2nd, Mark Fisher a great 3rd, Siebert Annie 4th, Ollie Jeffries 5th, no luck in any of the races, Andrew Griffiths 6th, Alexander Hatberg 7th, Vesa Lee 8th, Elliot Harper 9th, Chris Kurzweil 10th. Let's talk to the two stars of the show.
It was very close, but Juho deserved the win. Unfortunately, I had a little one-time issue in the first main, but it was a really good, really great race from Juho, and yeah, he deserved it.
Well, I think in the first 2 I made some mistakes and Ronald made some mistakes, but it ended up pretty much even. And in the last one, I promised myself I would not touch the board and hope that would be enough. And I think every time Ronald would get close, he kind of clipped something and fell back a little bit, so it perfect. I feel great. Couldn't be happier.
Well, Juho Levinen stopped Ronald Volker winning 2 championships in 2 weeks, and the Finn really drove superbly all weekend. But that's all for this weekend here from Hinckley. But don't forget to check back regularly on EFRA.ws for all the updates of all the European Championships of every scale all through the year here on EFRA.ws.